Are you ready? Yeah. Cool. Are you ready? Awesome. Woo!
G'day, Aussie gamers. This is the Aussie Gamers Express video game podcast. The podcast that brings you news, reviews, and video game-themed fun. Get yourselves set. It's time to hand you over to your hosts, Lucas and Aaron, to display a complete disregard for political correctness.
Hello, everybody. I am Lucas, or also known as LewkOne, and this is episode 117, and today is Tuesday, the 8th of March, 2016, and also with me is my fantastic friend Aaron, and I also like to call him Red. Welcome back to the show, my good friend.
Thank you very much, Cobber, and to you too.
Wonderful. Happy The Division Day, Red.
Yay! I saved my pennies, man. For like 2 months I had money in my wallet because obviously, not unlike yourself, family, commitments, work, school, bloody food, bills, everything. So I've just been putting my pennies away slowly and went and picked it up today. Awesome.
How'd they feel about you handing over a massive bag of pennies?
I don't give a shit.
Oh, there you go. Alright, cool. Before we start this week's show, here's the show in preview. First up, we'll have video game discussion. Then we'll go into video game news. And in this week's news, we have Shadow Moses closes, No Man's Sky's release date, Microsoft closures and cancellations, Sniper Elite 4 announced, that one's hot off the press, Dead Island Retro Brawler, Blizzard is recruiting, and The Division's first year of content. After that, we'll do What's That Sound, and then Red Shout again at the pub. So without further ado, Red, your video game discussion, please.
Right. So, obviously, without having to touch on it, I have played Rainbow Six. We had double XP weekend. That's been very fun. Rocket League. Yes, I'm sitting at a Segway with Rocket League at the moment. I almost lost a TV and a controller and or both the other night.
What happened?
I just couldn't get a win. I played probably 10, 15 games throughout the day and won 70 to 80% of those. Went up a couple of divisions, jump on a little bit later in the evening with Roy Boy and with Nick doing some doubles and triples. Couldn't get a win, mate. Just fucking bullshit. You know when you drive at the ball and the other dudes drive at the ball, you both jump at it and somehow it seems to just make a beeline for your goal?
Yeah.
My fucking life story. That can suck a dick for right now.
Yeah, it can be painful when you're constantly losing in any game, really. But yeah, Rocket League can really be annoying because it's such a great game. It's such a fun game to play. You just want to succeed at it, but people are so good. And at your elite level, where you've played it so much that you're in such a high division, that it's something you need to put, way more time than I guess you would care to put into it to actually be competitive with a lot of the good players out there.
Yeah, and it's getting to that point. As you said, I match make with people that have played probably around the same amount of games as me. If I want to be successful with my mates, you'd have to do training. You'd have to get calls going and stuff like that just to compete, and that kind of takes the shine off the spontaneous fun, if you know what I mean. Like, we could be doing something and go, on a quick game of Rocket League, yeah, no worries, zoom, fly around, kick a couple of goals, fucking all well and good, but now you're going in, you got to, all right, I'm crossing, all right, I'm about to take off, no, don't you fly for it, no, you got to get back, fuck that shit, man. I just want to kick a fucking soccer ball around with a car.
Do you know what the biggest problem is? And I think it's our own fault. I think we've kind of bred our own demise when it comes to these online games. And this will sort of match your gaming habits before Aussie Gamers Express. Now, Aussie Gamers Express was invented where we like to play games and we like to report on them. We do reviews. We get a lot of games coming across our table, right? It's almost I think it is the fact that we have too much focus on too much variety that we've basically turned ourselves into a jack of all trades, master of none.
And you know what? For some of the experiences that I've been able to have, especially over the last 6-12 months where it has been a little bit more prosperous, fuck it. I don't want to be the best in the world anymore.
Well, that's it. That's a good way of thinking about it, and it's something that's sort of coming to mind as we speak now. But whereas we probably can't be as competitive as we would like to be and kick ass on the multiplayer field, I would definitely say that I've had the best co-op experiences that I have ever had playing with you guys. That's where we shine. We would probably be the AI's worst enemy when it comes to playing, say, The Division. When we played the beta on hard, we were chomping, we were chewing through that.
Yeah, and it's just so much. Just when you're talking to The Division, there's so much we can take out of that as well. I was saying in Rocket League, it's hard to coordinate. The UI and the HUD in The Division makes it so easy to coordinate. I know when your special ability is ready to pop, and if you're in deep fire, I just go, look, R1, and you'll buff us all. Yeah. And shit like that. That's going to be sick.
That's one of your strengths, man. That's a weakness of mine. When I play a game, I'm way too focused on what I'm doing.
I know. So every now and again you go, how the fuck do you know he just got that killed? Dude, I'm watching the map, the kill feed, the fucking game.
Yeah, that's it. Like, I'll get a double kill in Call of Duty, and you'll go, oh, fucking LewkOne, fucking owning the map, or, something like that. I'm like, how do you know that? Like, how are you taking the time to constantly be looking at the kill feed? Like, I might look at it once in a game, and you seem to just know what's going on second to second. I don't know how you do it, but I can't. I can't concentrate on that many things at once.
Well, first-person shooters are my strength.
Yeah, I know. But
if I had to pick one, that's if I had to pick a genre to fight for my life, it'd have to be a first-person shooter without a 12-year-old involved, because I'd die.
Righto.
Cool, but talking of co-op, Broforce.
Broforce. Yeah, we've been playing a bit of that. That's fun.
We probably had our best session the other night with Snurgans, Roy Boy, myself and you.
Yeah, it was good. That was good fun. We streamed it for about half hour.
We had some frame rate drops, but she still managed to stay above 3 per second, I reckon.
Yeah.
At stages. One thing we could touch on probably a little bit more this week is Screen Cheat.
Yes, we played Screen Cheat this week.
Now, it's probably something I wouldn't go on the store and go, oh yeah, Jesus Christ, yeah, $30, yeah, I'll grab that, or whatever the retail is at this current moment. But from Australian developers,
Melbourne.
surprise attack, Melbourne based.
Actually, quick fact before you go on. The vast majority of Australian Aussie Gamers Express fans, or the community, is in Melbourne.
Oh, really?
Yeah, massive. It's like, I think, more than half.
Yeah, well, it was either going to be Melbourne or Sydney, really, given the populations.
Yeah, smashes the Sydney population, but Melbourne, they're a big fan. Sorry, continue.
So we both played that. I logged on to the Age account and took you one in that. So how do we basically explain it? We've done a few posts on the page. You've written up a review.
Yep.
So basically everyone else is invisible, and the incentive is to screen cheat. Like we used to always rage about it as kids, but and did you see that video where they put the cardboard up and the bloody bed sheet and everything? Yeah. Bloody Pierce, my cousin Pearl. We've done all of that in the past. The Call of Duty, Modern Warfare's on the PS1, PS2 days, 1v1s. That's how we used to play split screen. Yeah,
see, I never did that because I was the gamer out of all my mates. So we would always be playing at my house on my games. So I never set up anything like that because it was always to my advantage, because I knew the game a lot better than any of them. So I could screen cheat because I knew the map. Whereas they probably couldn't screen cheat very well because they would look at my screen and still wouldn't have any clue on where I was. So that never happened for me. I loved it.
You're like that dude I used to hang around with at school, the stereotypical one. They had the games and the cool lounge room and the pretty cool parents that you're just waiting for him to go, oh, so coming over Friday out? Yep, I'll be there.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I get to play Nintendo 64.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, wicked. But so at its core, it's a first-person shooter, 4-player grid. I think you can set up to 8.
Yeah, I think that is right. It's it's a mess, but you can.
Yeah, so we'll play 4-player, so bots filled the other 2 slots. So we had 4 quadrants to pick to watch. It might sound a little bit difficult in theory as to trying to guess where the other people are, especially without any map knowledge, really. We went in blind. I think we played a best of 3 on every single map.
Yep.
But as the icon or the application will show you, there's green, yellow, red, and blue, and there's also purple and teal. And the floor will be coloured in that, and the wall will be coloured in that. So you're like in a quadrant of the map, and you can see someone going from blue to red, or from purple to red, and you can kind of gauge by where your surroundings, what they look like, as to whether you're getting closer to them.
Mm-hmm.
And we were using the blunderbuss a lot because they just seemed to be the most useful weapon out of all of them. Because trying to get kills with the distance with the RPG and stuff like that, and the grenade launcher, it just didn't work.
But mind you, you've got to mention though, those weapons are all outlandishly crazy though.
Oh yeah, what do you have? A chandelier, a teddy bear bomb, a horse with the sword, bloody, what was it, the wall.
Oh, the one that shoots through the walls. I can't remember their names offhand, but they're all bizarre, and
the wall. Yeah,
they're a treat to try out because they're fun and stupid. But yeah, we kind of just fell back to that blunderbuss because it was the most user friendly, I guess you would call it.
Yeah, absolutely. You get a bit of spray, a bit of spread, and when you're trying to close in on someone else's position, you're normally right in front of them because you go, oh shit, I'm going from green to blue, and then you look at the other screen, oh shit, green to blue, pop! Yeah. You know, you just fucking let one go. And the only things that can be seen was the direct result of you firing, so whether it be a melee swing with a chandelier, you'd see a puff of fire, or you'd see the blunderbuss spray, or an explosion from a gun. So there's a couple of little things there to give you an indication as to where the other person is. But I took it like a duck to water.
Yep.
I had a gun, let me shoot, sort of thing, and.
But I'll just quickly clarify, just to make sure it's obvious. It's a split-screen game, regardless of whether you're playing locally or online. So Red and I were playing over the internet, so we're playing a multiplayer match over network, and yet we still had the 4 screens on our own screens, which is how you screen cheat, obviously. But just so that's understood. But it is a good fun game, and as I think I pointed out in our review on the website www.aussiegamersexpress.com, it's probably not a very fun game on your own.
Hell no!
You've got to play it with your mates, and because there's a lot of sledging and heckling to go and picking on your mates and swearing and carrying on. Yeah, so you got to play this with your friends, and you'll get real good fun out of it. And whether it's couch co-op or online co-op, it works brilliantly and it plays fine, and you'll get a good time of it. It's a very, very elaborate party game. I think I had a good fun with it.
Yeah, we began to resent the bots, so we took them out.
Yeah, fucking those bots were a pain in the ass. But that's the big thing as well. When you're playing with more than 2 players, I find it's a bit of a trap that you focus on one screen and one screen only. Did you do that?
Nah, not really.
No, well you're just an ace, aren't you, you bastard? You're so good
at this. No, I just look at my colour, and then I scan the screen and see what colours, if someone's close to me or in the same quadrant as me, and then I'll focus on that person for 10, 15 seconds. If I don't get a shot on them and they die, I'll go, erase, start again, check my colour, look at the colours around me, go for it. Yeah,
I'd suck with it. But I end up just focusing on one, and then you just get taken out by the other. But it's always fun and exciting and freaky as well when you're looking at someone's screen and you go, oh, there's a little statue there. That statue's on my screen too. We're in the same place. Quick shoot.
I said, yeah, he's near the couch.
Yeah.
So that's going to be fun in September.
Yes, when we're in the same room with
we're going to have a fucking party of party games.
Yes, and there's all going to be streamed and all that sort of stuff. It's going to be great fun in September.
Yes, I cannot wait. I really didn't revisit Smite. I think I played one game and just went, that's why this shit's free to play.
Mm-hmm.
Right, a couple of big ones. McDroid
Oh, yes.
slid across our desk and he said, does anyone want to have a go at reviewing this? I'm like, wait a minute. That's a tower defense game. And I'm like, I'm a little bit skeptical of tower defense games on any console, not just the current generation. They just really feel clunky, and it's a mouse or a handheld mobile game. You touch. It's a lot more efficient and quick. But McDroid, that's a different breed altogether. You're a little robot, essentially. They're called McDroid, and you're a female.
Wally. Oh, no, sorry.
Yeah,
Wrong.
exactly. That's exactly how she talks. There's no English come from it. Just beep bop bop beep bop. Ah. So it did really remind me of Wally. But the thing that really separated this, you had full three-dimensional 360 sort of maps, or you got your playing area. It wasn't just your 2D top-down, set up a laser defense or set up defense on a, how the enemies usually go on a track in a tower defense game. Well, this was all out the window. The general makeup of a tower defense game was all out the window. So your basic enemies were like parasites, and then they got bigger to like the snails, and then you had big plants and everything like this that just kept spawning smaller things, so you had to go destroy them in order to just destroy the hive. Anyway, so
hang on, just quickly, isn't the purpose of this game to clean up a planet?
Yes, yeah.
Isn't that what Wally did?
Yep.
All right, I'm seeing a theme here.
So these are parasites, worms, bugs and everything, so they move erratically. So you don't have a track. All you're giving as an indicator is where they're going to spawn from. So they'll come up through the ground and they'll corrupt the ground also. So if you've got something there, say a laser or a rocket or something like that, it'll start to destroy it. So then you got to plant a tree. And when you plant a tree, that saves the corruption of the ground and makes it safe to walk on. It's very hard to explain. We do have a review up, as Luke ran off the website earlier. That's good to go up there now after a very good editor's eye, I must say. But I really enjoyed it. But another thing that was really different is when you play tower defense games, typically you place your turrets or whatnot, you place your offensive gear where you want them along a track. Well, on this one you have to cultivate strawberries, plant them, cultivate them, take them back to your ship in order to spend them as currency. Say I pick a laser, just the basic gun. You can pick it from anywhere on the map. You don't actually have to go back to your home base or back to your rocket ship to get it. It'll fling out and it'll land on your back.
Yep.
So you walk around with it on your back, and you can actually use it. You can actually aim it and use R2 in order to shoot it in a specific direction. That's how you get rid of these hives and everything.
Well, it's on your
but
back,
then there's these other stations around the place that have just been sporadically thrown around that you can go up to and press square and actually drop it onto a base station, and it'll work from there.
Yeah.
So it's integrating a tower defense with also you can just free roam your play area and destroy from there as well, which makes it very, very interesting.
But that's how you do a tower defense game on a console, though. It kind of reminds me a little bit like Air Mech Arena. So like
exactly,
yeah. So you essentially have your control unit, call it your hero, if you will, that will then command and master all of the subunits. So that's the way to do it without having to worry about a mouse cursor and having to worry about sort of clunkiness and stuff like that. You have a full controllable character like you would in an open world adventure game, except there's different objectives where you've got to hang around in the area and keep things safe and all that sort of stuff, which is your tower defense sort of thing. And yeah, I think if you're going to do a tower defense game, that's how you have to do it on a console. You have to have your commander. whatever it may be. In Air Mech Arena, it's a spaceship, and in McDroid, you're a little robot.
Wally.
Yeah, you're Wally. That's it. And and for all intensive purposes, it works really well. And they're fun games to play.
Because I was skeptical. I have played a couple of those early tower defense games that were ported across to the PS4. We'll say that because that's all they were. They were ports.
Yep.
There was no upscaling, remastering, no nothing. It was just like, oh, here you go. There's something we can charge $18 for.
Yeah.
And that really soured that was the sour apple amongst the bloody barrel, if you know what I mean. But I think this is done very well. It was originally released on PC, but then was brought across to PS4. But it's not a port. I've seen gameplay, screenshots, and reviews and everything from the PC version. Then I turn around and play the PS4 version. They've actually put some work into it, and if for an indie developer to go back, and I know their resources are limited, their time are limited, and their personnel are limited, but for them to go back and work on a game that they originally done for one platform, give a bit of a facelift and a makeover, and release it onto the current generation of console, it's quite impressive, and it works very well, and I can't recommend it enough for people that do enjoy a bit of a strategy. It's not easy by any stretch of the imagination. It's not easy, and there's a nice little heartfelt story that just kind of flows. Half of it's imagination, because your shuttle and your and McDroid, they'll have constant conversations, but McDroid will talk like in a Neanderthalic, sort of language, but the shuttle understands and kind of has a one-sided conversation back with it, with the robot, and you can kind of assume what's being said, and everyone will hear something different, but the general goal of fixing their planet is cleaning up their planet is the goal. So there's a nice little heartfelt story there. Everything seems real natural, like you can plant trees, you use strawberries as currency, you get diamonds, so there's just a real earthy, nice feel to it. So yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Nice one, man. Cool.
Now, because we don't go live till Sunday, I'm allowed to talk about Samurai Warriors 4 Empires. Another massive game. Well, not that McDroid was a massive game, there was just a lot of content, but this was fucking big. With just content loaded. You were the first one to comment how they could put so many things on a screen without a frame rate drop, without an issue, That's just the tip of the iceberg. That's just an example of how much content and how much stuff they can cram into one title. I'm blown away, and not to mention with Create a Character, you can take an aspect from every sort of different character and mold it into your own character, and then your own character takes part in all cutscenes, because it's very story driven. So it's a lot like your Dynasty Warriors or Samurai Warriors without the Empires part. The Empires part comes in because there's a political aspect to it, and like you remember the Risk board game?
Yep.
Where you used to take quadrants, adjacent sections and everything on your map until you basically global domination. Well, this takes part in that, but back in feudal Japan, way back in the 1800s, where they're all gangs and basically just factions as opposed to major armies. There's a massive emphasis on recruiting, training, relationships, commerce, weapon forging, you name it. As the leader of this, well, they call it a gang in the game, and I guess that's a direct translation. So it's like a clan.
Yeah.
As a leader of that, you have complete control over it, and the way you can go into depth, because you don't just get given one attribute per warrior. There's 8, and with 3 main being political wisdom and army efficiency or weapon mastery. So you have to take all this into consideration when hiring, firing, assigning jobs, and that's just the political phase. Then you move on to the next phase, which will bring up the map of Japan. It'll show you where you are and what provinces you've claimed and where you can invade or defend. So just to push along, choose to invade, right? You pick your next target, then you got to go in, you got to select which warriors you want to take into battle, and the more warriors and the more experience you take in, the more it costs, because you need to use your food and your money resources in order to send them in. If you want more time, it costs more food. If you want more warriors, it costs more money. So you've got to get a nice even balance there as well. And then, rightio, so you pick your army, you pick your target, and in you go. And then it's just, this is where the game shines. It's straight out of the textbook of anything from the Samurai Warriors or the Dynasty Warriors handbook. You know, it's just you walk in as a boss, and you just take out waves upon waves of literally hundreds of people. You've hit 1,500, 2,000 combos with 1,000 kills. I jumped on one. I nearly hit 3K last night. It's just epic. You're just going with square and triangle. So kind of like your Devil May Cry games.
Yeah.
Square is a combo. Then 4 squares in a triangle is a different combo. 3 squares in a triangle, 2 squares in a triangle, square triangle. They're all different combos, and one can clear an area, one can direct attack at a specific enemy, and one will just you swing your weapon around in a circle and just hit everything. And ultimately you're building up a power gauge. When the power gauge builds up, you go sit in the middle of a big pack of people. I mean, there's literally hundreds around you. Hit the circle button and you will fucking clear it out. And you just wash, rinse and repeat. That's the battle. You go from one side of the map to the other, liberating small army encampments until you get to the main army encampment, and then you take down a boss.
Yeah.
And that's normally pretty easy. You don't have to take out every army encampment along the way, but if you do, it lowers the defense and the general count in the main camp, so then makes life a whole lot easier.
With this game, my point of view of it is, like, it's a very in-depth game, like you said, with all the politics and, you know, all the different stages and all that. Look, I obviously enjoyed mostly the actual fighting, the battling, which is a third-person hack and slash. But even though I had fuck all idea what I was actually doing, I was actually solidly enjoying playing that game. It was good fun. Like, I was kind of feeling my way through all of the stages and kind of just reading, engaging what to do, and sort of just doing whatever I thought it wanted me to do without really using any strategy, because I don't really get it. It's probably above my intelligence bracket. But overall, the fun that was had while playing it, though, it was absolutely amazing. I loved it. You were there when I was playing it. You heard me what I was saying. I'm like, this is awesome. I don't know what's going on because everything's in Japanese. It's just got English subtitles. I don't care what's going on. I'm having fun. It was real good fun.
I don't think you should sell yourself short. It's not a lack of intelligence. It's probably a lack of experience in the genre.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the lack of 100 hours to put into it.
Mm. Yeah,
well, that's it. If it's your first game in the genre, you're going to need to put 100 hours in.
Yeah, I think I might be right in saying that I think there's 20 hours to finish like the actual campaign, but hundreds of hours to do everything.
Yeah, well, I will put it this way. I finished a campaign, because there's multiple campaigns, you can go multiple clans. The replayability, if you can deal with the same style of gameplay, you can get 200, 300, 400 hours out of it.
Yeah.
Not to mention there's Genesis mode, which you create your own. You've got your own maps of Japan, and you can put your clans where you want them. You can even go into detail of those because I think you get 10 to 14 warriors per castle, which is per segment of the map. So you can go in and individually change the attributes of every single, like foot soldier, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so in depth. So you got the Genesis mode, then you got the Conquest mode, and then you got your Creator mode. There's so much there to do. So I finished a campaign in 14 hours.
Yep.
I got given the decision to wrap the game up there. I got credits and everything. I got the decision to wrap the game up there because when I went into Conquest mode, you pick the scenario of the predetermined. There's I believe there's 3 or 4 predetermined scenarios. Then you can create yours in Genesis and then input them into conquest mode. It's just so integrated. But I hit my main objective, completed it, took down the castle and the main boss of a certain faction, end game. Credits rolled, and then it gave me the option, like basically sit back and relish in your accomplishment, or go on for total domination.
Awesome.
So I went on for total domination. I haven't got there yet. That's where the 100 hours comes in, 100 hours per game, per playthrough. Because you can't always attack. You go into your political phase, and then it'll ask you if you want to attack. But if you in your political phase, if you've upgraded something or upgraded someone's ability or bought a horse or something like that, you just don't have the funds to take enough soldiers into battle in order to win. So, in closing, a lot of people, well, 99.9% of people don't know, I spent some time in Japan, and I'm talking this is half a lifetime ago. But I learned a little bit of Japanese, so I've just written down a couple of little words to close out this little audible review, so bear with me. Yo, 私は戦国無数4サムライウォリアーエンパイアの犬につかの単語です。おいでで便所は非銀の楽道の戦闘は以上の谷足なです。ゲームのセドコソコセドコ側面はゲームがよ困難にガムス一番のゲームどうぞよろしく。There you go.
All right. I know a little bit of Japanese.
Yeah? Kawasaki?
Kawasaki, Fuji. No, I think I've told you these ones before. Mado akate kudasai.
Mado ata. What's that?
I think it's open the window, please. That's all the stupid shit I learnt when I learnt Japanese back in year 7 high school. So that's probably half a lifetime ago as well. And then there's
a really big turd.
Oh, go on.
Tottemo oki sukina. Took big shit.
So, to all our Japanese fans, let us know, how did Red go? Did any of what he said make any sense whatsoever? Actually, what the hell did you say?
Game, very good.
That took a long time to say.
I was basically along the lines of I've just recently played Shadow Warriors 4 Empires. Very
Samurai
big, very
Warriors
good game.
even? Hey? Samurai Warriors even?
Yeah, Samurai Warrior 4 Empire. It was a very good game. I enjoyed it. The audio and visuals were spectacular.
Oh, well done. Well done. Yes. Give us a round of applause for our Red. Well done. Woo. Alright, dude. What else, man?
Just to really quickly close up. Clash Royale, is it called?
It is, man.
That's the latest fucking craze on the bloody... while I'm out having a smoke or in the lavatory.
That we don't condone. It's a bad thing to do. It's bad for your health.
Oh, fuck off.
That's the best reaction.
So it's eating butter and cream and smoking, and I do all that.
Well... But,
yeah, made by Supercell? Is it Supercell? Hang on, I'll quickly tell you.
I think it is.
Yeah, it is Supercell. We play Clash of Clans. We've got a clan on that also, which a few of you guys have joined. We've also got one on this Clash Royale. So basically, you're collecting units from the Clash of Clans realm. You know, you'll recognise a lot of the different characters from there if you've played Clash of Clans before. You level them up in a card system where you can unlock treasure chests every so often, depending on what sort of chest they are. Trade with your mates, but then essentially you get 3 castles on your side of the map. 3 castles on the other side of the map, and you got a mana timed thing, not unlike a tower defense really at its core, and you pick whatever character you want, drag it onto the battlefield where you want it, and obviously there's air versus ground, and then there you got your giants that'll only go for the castles, so you got to try and defend against them, and you got wizards, and there's lots to take into consideration. You got hit points, move points, speed, everything like that. So if that sounds like your bag, get amongst it. We've got a clan going, AG Express, all capital letters.
It's real-time Hearthstone.
Yeah, basically. There's no probability in it, there's no chance to miss on hit. So you put something down, it attacks every 3 seconds for a DPS of 70, you'll do 210 every 3 seconds sort of thing. There's no probability in it, it's just a 3-minute game. It goes into overtime for 1 minute max, so you got 5-minute game turnarounds at a maximum, so it's just a bit of quick, healthy fun. So, and you can battle with your mates in the clan for no win-loss sort of ramifications.
Yeah,
which
just
is
friendlies. Yeah, actually, my by the time we finish recording this podcast, my big-ass purple 12-hour unlock chest will be ready to open 30 cards. Can't wait for that.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, I paid for that.
Yeah, I just left it. I didn't want to blow like 90-odd gems, premium currency.
Yeah, I wanted to start off with a few cards, so I've spent all my gems.
Yeah, I've spent a few, but just like for the
Seals.
the smaller ones, yeah. Awesome, man. Cool. Join us. Anyone that likes to play those games, join us in the clans on Clash of Clans and Clash Royale.
Yeah, so that's me, man. Thanks for putting up with a big one from me this week.
No worries. Hey, if I spoke like this for the rest of the show, would you have the shits?
No. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking oath you would. I would, that's for sure. That's my experience playing Just Cause 3 on the PlayStation 4.
It took you as long to make a point as it did for something to blow up.
Yeah, man, that's just constantly in slow motion. That is, and I would put this on record, it is getting recorded down on episode 117 of the Aussie Gamers Express podcast. That's the worst fucking game performance I have ever played on the PlayStation 4. It is balls. I'm not playing it. I'm not playing it on that. I'm going to play it on PC. This is a great game. It is a fantastic game. It just runs like shit on my PlayStation 4. I don't know if it's... I don't know what the problem is, because you guys were saying you didn't have that big an issue.
There was an issue. They came out initially and responded to a lot of criticism that there was an issue, and they optimized it and everything like that. So, I guess, did you experience a lot of yours during mission or during free roam?
During, I guess it's a mission. I was trying to liberate one of the areas.
Oh, that's still free roam.
I think it's still free roam, yeah. It's still classed as
see,
free roam.
I hit a couple of issues in mission, whether it be their optimization of making stuff happen at a specific time as opposed to free roam where it's a little bit more random. But as you know me, I haven't finished the game yet, but I've spent 20 to 30 hours just zooming around, blowing shit up, stealing cars, just doing my thing. So I didn't experience too much.
Well, that's mainly what I want to do, but I can't enjoy it at that, because I'm telling you, like, I'd be happy with 30 frames a second, but I'm getting 10.
Yeah,
that's just an estimate, because there's obviously no way to show, but on the PS4, excuse me. But yeah, I'm getting 10s and sub-10s. It's and not slowdowns. It's like that's the speed that I'm getting for the whole sort of time where I'm in a battle sort of thing. It's garbage. So I do have access to it on the PC. I'll probably just keep playing it on that because it's no good. I can't play it the way it is on the PS4, and that's updated. I've done the latest update. I've checked it 1,000 times thinking maybe it's not updated, but no, it is up to date. It has the most recent updates installed, And yeah, it's not very fun at all on PlayStation 4 at the moment. It'd be interesting to hear what it's like on the Xbox One. Anyway, so I didn't play very much of that. We'll move on. I played the Hitman beta also on the PlayStation 4. Now, when I play a Hitman game, I would judge, the first thing I will judge of a Hitman game, and this is, I've only played Hitman, what was it called, the last one?
Absolution or Blood Money?
No, Absolution. I started with Absolution. And
shit.
Yeah, late bloomer, yeah?
Yeah, very.
Yeah. And I judged my PC performance as well on this same thing. And I was blown away when I booted up the PlayStation 4 version of Hitman. And the thing that I used to judge the performance is how smooth
his head is
and rounded his head is.
I was waiting for you to say something like how shiny it is or something like that, but it's how smooth and rendered his fucking paws on the top of his head are.
The curvature of his head was so smooth and round, there was no jaggedy bits. They've done it. They've done it in next gen. Because on my PC, I couldn't, back when Absolution was released, I didn't have the PC that I have today, like not the same gear. I couldn't get the settings to be super rounded because then it would chug, right? But now, on the PlayStation 4, his head is, man, you just spit on it a little and that'll go through any fucking orifice that you want. I'll tell you that. It is very nice. Now, I did play the beta. I'm not 100% sure why it's a beta because it kind of...
There's no online.
It doesn't... I don't think there's any online. I don't understand the online concept of it unless it's just a beta to test out a scoreboard or something. I don't know.
It's a cheat word to get people to play a demo to make them feel empowered and then pre-order.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is. Yeah, but anyway, I played it and it was good. It's fun to play. There's a couple of missions that you can play through, and the first one you go through puts you. It's a set. It makes it very obvious that it's not a real life exercise here. It's a set.
Yeah.
It's a training thing. You get onto you've got to infiltrate a yacht and kill a person as you're doing Hitman because you're a hitman. And the yacht, it's obvious that it's a set because instead of being in water, it's just a set and there's curtains in the background and stuff. It's cool. But so you've got to work out how to get on board. So you've got to take a uniform so you can get past the guards, and and there's a shit ton of different ways to do your objective. It will take you through a specific way to do what it wants you to do to get the guy killed the first time round. So it'll say, right, get this uniform, put this uniform on, then get onto the ship. Then you've got to get another uniform so you can go upstairs. Then you've got to listen to a conversation. Then you've got to follow him, and then you've got to, I don't know, however, kill him, shoot him, or whatever.
Yeah.
Then we'll say, right, before you move on to the next area, we want you to go in and do it however the hell you want. So then there's different challenges for killing him in different ways, or getting access to certain areas in different ways, and it's limitless. The amount of things that you can do is crazy. And I did things, I played it the same one a few times, and I was doing things differently, and I found that in different parts of the map, because it is a training simulator, that first one, you can actually find all different types of gear. You can find landmines, you can find weapons, like as in machine guns, you can find lockpicks, all these different things to do your gameplay. You might not need all of them, but you can come back to the beginning of the game halfway through your playthrough and change your load up, because at the beginning you're just wearing like I don't know, sneaking clothes. You're wearing like a dark shirt and pants and all that sort of stuff. Obviously that's not going to get you past the guards. And if you pick up like a machine gun, you've got nowhere to conceal it. So if you go onto the ship and pick up a uniform where a machine gun might be acceptable, so if you get into a police outfit, you can go back to the beginning and pick up the machine gun and walk on board, and you're not rousing suspicions because it's reasonable for the police to have weapons. So there's all these different ways to do it. And like in a typical Hitman game, from what I know, is that you can, you can poison him, you can just go up to him and shoot him in the head, you can set off a remote explosive, you can do so many different things, like you can poison his drink or you can poison his food, just so much. And you might not necessarily know how to do all these things at the beginning, but in different playthroughs, so if you do a playthrough, you might just go through or go through the motions and see the things that he might do, and then you go, okay, so he drinks from that drink. I might poison that drink next time, or I could poison it this time if I find the poison. Or I might, okay, the chef in the kitchen's cooking a meal for him, so I might take the chef out, poison his food, and I'll fucking serve it to him. All these different things that you can do. It actually looks like it'll be a good game. I don't know how the final version's going to look and feel, but I hope it's not little situations like that. I hope it's...
I do. Episodic.
Well, it is episodic, yeah, but I don't know. I'm intrigued because I don't really know how it's going to... It doesn't feel like it's going to be the same as Absolution. It feels like it's going to be quite different. So, yeah, I don't know.
Got the same precedence of multiple... take the executions, if you will.
Oh, it's very Hitman. It is still very Hitman, and his head's as smooth as ever. So I'll be keen to give that one a go.
Lick your thumb and rub his forehead.
Yeah, that's it. And it would make the weird squeechy. Yeah, that. Yeah, like on glass. Yeah, that's it. I couldn't work it out, but anyway. All right, I'll move on. Something a little bit more impressive than the other game that I've been playing, Just Cause 3. Far Cry Primal is I've been playing that on the PC, as I did get free access to that game because of my awesome Asus graphics card. So I've been playing that, and although not perfect, it is well optimized for PC, which is something that PC games have suffered with in the last sort of 12, 18 months, 2 years or whatever, with
especially Ubisoft titles.
Yeah, releasing games and them not working properly on release. And Far Cry Primal works really well. I haven't run into any issues. It does have a slight screen tear problem, which is really weird because on my setup, screen tearing, you know what VSync is, right?
Yes.
It's the vertical sync that eliminates screen tearing, and screen tearing is when you're moving the camera, it kind of feels like the top half of the screen moves and splits the screen in half, and VSync is meant to fix that. VSync makes it worse on my PC for some reason. So I turn VSync off and it's not bad at all. It's absolutely fine, but it still has very slight screen tears, which isn't perfect, but all in all, though, it runs quite well, optimized, and I'm pushing out probably about 80 or 90 FPS at most of the gameplay, which is really cool. So it's running really nice, and Far Cry Primal was a really fun game to play. The only thing is, though, and I think it's a little bit of a fail, doesn't ruin the game, but Far Cry for me in the past has been about a real strong antagonist and a real powerful story.
Yeah.
The story in Far Cry Primal for me doesn't hit the mark because I'm not really following what's going on. And the biggest problem with that is the game's not in English. It's in some form of Neanderthal, garble. Yeah, that's what it is. And it's all subtitled as to what they're saying. And although that could give it a genuine feel that it's set in 10,000 BC, as it is, I still would have preferred, like what Ubisoft do with Assassin's Creed, like when it was set in Paris, in France. They didn't have the French accents. Now, I probably would have liked a French accent, but they kept it very clean and easy to understand for, I guess, Westerners.
Yes.
I would have liked them to do that. Just give them
a clean palette.
Give them an English voice. Maybe give them a rough tone and, beefy sort of, and simplified English. Like, I kill you now. But, I don't know, that might not have worked, but I think that for me, I think that would have been a lot better than just reading what's going on. I don't like reading what's going on because it takes my focus away with what's actually happening on the screen because I'm focusing on the words and reading. So, and there's been a real brief introduction to what I believe is the pagan min of Far Cry Primal, and it was very brief. There's not a lot that went on, and I think I missed a couple of the lines as to what was said because I was looking at him. I wanted to see who this big bad guy was, and I missed a couple of the lines. I don't even know what he said, and then he disappeared without a trace. I don't even know what happened. So I think that's the disconnect because it's all subtitled, and I think that's the miss for Far Cry Primal. The gameplay is still very Far Cry and very, very entertaining. It's very fun to throw a spear at an enemy that's charging at you and just plowing him in the head, and then he just hits the deck like a sack of shit. Or there might be, an enemy off in the distance standing up atop a rock on a cliff, and he's about to throw a spear or hit you with an arrow, but you get the shot off first, scot him in the head, and he drops off the edge of the cliff. It's very well done, and I am enjoying the actual gameplay aspect of it. Taming beasts as well, so you can have companions, which you can have. Like, it starts off, you get a wolf, you got to tame a couple, then you can upgrade to a badger. Do you remember those honey badgers from Far Cry 4?
The biggest pricks in the fucking games, yes.
You can get one of them to fight for you. I'm working towards getting myself a saber-toothed tiger because that's going to be sick.
Yeah.
But so all in all, it is a fantastic game. I haven't finished it yet, but I'll keep ploughing through it. It is a fantastic game. So just the story's a bit painful. All right, I'll move on.
Just quickly.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
What was I going to fucking say?
I don't know. It's your story.
Oh, you're saying about the subtitles. That's what Samurai Warrior was like as well, with the Japanese and the subtitles, but it was very dumbed down. Not dumbed down, I think it was just direct translation, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So it's really quickly and straight to the point. But also, over a lifetime ago, I spent some time in prehistoric Africa as well, so I've got a little speech for that. You dum-dum, I are Groot. They could have done shit like that.
Read the Multilinguist. Yeah, that would have been good if they'd had just some sort of, Neanderthal English. But anyway, they've gone with that, and it's not too bad. I'll spend a quick moment on Blood Oil. Oh God, it's not even a hard name to say. Blood Alloy Reborn. Played that on the PC. Now that's like a real indie side-scrolling pixelated Metroidvania game, I believe Repremier referred to it as in his review on our website. That game is very fast-paced and just as tricky to use on a controller as it is with keyboard and mouse. That game's all over the shop. I could
want to be responsive on a controller.
It is, but there's a lot of combos. Which is really tricky to use. But what they've done as well, because it's a mouse and keyboard kind of game where you point the mouse where you want your... There's a side scroller. You point the mouse where you want to shoot and where you want to swipe your sword. But on a controller, it kind of has like a wheel, if that makes sense. So if you press the right stick up, the cursor will be up the top, and if you rotate it around, it circles, like the cursor is on the screen going around in a circle. So it's bound to a wheel rather than like a mouse that you can move anywhere.
Yeah.
It binds it to a circle, which works really well. And,
like a twin-stick shooter.
Yeah, exactly right. Except you've got a visual representation of your cursor. So you run around like that. What's the game called? I remember there's a game a long time ago on the PC that it reminds me of. It's not going to come to me. You played a character that looked like the Predator.
Oh, okay.
You weren't the Predator. It wasn't a Predator game, but it kind of looked like that. I can't think of what it was. But anyway, it's like that. You run around. It's a score chasing thing, and you shoot and blow things up. I've only put a tiny bit of time into it. Repromir's put a lot more time into it and done his review, so I'll leave most of the facts and discussion and stuff to that review, and go and make some comments on that if you want to know a little bit more about it. But it's hard. It's not forgiving. It's a bit of a hardcore side-scrolling. Yeah, man, it's a real hard game to play, but it's on Steam at the moment. If that takes your fancy, go and check it out. Read the review. I can't do it any justice because it's very Reprimir. It's not very LewkOne. So that I did play a little bit of that. Quickly touch on Path of Exile on PC.
Oh yeah.
Now this one I'm not going to talk too much about for reasons that I will keep secret, but it's a free-to-play game on the PC, and it is basically, I'm not even going to say it's a cheap version of Diablo, because it's fantastic. The graphics are beautiful, the gameplay is fantastic. I was blown away that it's free to play, because
Microtransactions though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I played it for a couple of hours and I didn't pay anything, and I was just going through dungeon crawling and killing all these mad looking creatures, upgrading my, because of course I chose the class that had the bow and arrow. That's my
bag,
thing.
man.
That's what I do, and I've leveled him. Oh, and the leveling up tree, so the perk tree is huge and looks very awesome. You have to try it if your PC is strong enough to play it. I don't have the specs on hand, but Path of Exile, it's only just come out this week on PC. I believe it's brand new, and it's gorgeous. It is gorgeous. Plays just like Diablo.
Yeah.
I've got to get some people onto it so I can try out some multiplayer. But it's an MMO as well, so there's like hubs and stuff where there's heaps of other players and.
Yeah, Weeksy, he loves his RPGs.
Yeah, I reckon that's right up Weeksy's avenue as well. If he likes games like, what's that game you guys got on the PS4 recently?
Victor Ryan.
Well, yes, yeah, that one too, but on PC. But I've got it on the PC. Can't think of the name. You got it as well.
Smite? No.
No. It's in the.
I don't know.
Comrade, you're the one that's good at this. You got.
What is it? An RPG?
Yeah, you picked it up at the same time as that Wastelands game.
Oh, Divinity.
Divinity, thank you. I knew you'd get there. Yeah, it's kind of on that sort of level as well. It's pretty cool. So try that out. All right, before I finish up my games I've been playing this week, other than the ones that you and I discussed together, I just want to make a quick mention and congratulations and also thank you to all of the winners from the ALP Creative 3D printed Fallout giveaway. So there's Daniel D, he scored the caps, so he's got some lovely in-game currency coming towards him in real life. KTPG won the Nuka-Cola bottle. Andrew Roy won the Fusion Core, and Kevin Wyborn won the big boy, the Pip-Boy. So those are going to be sent out to them in the next week or so. So congratulations to all of them. Thank you very much to everybody then that entered and shared the giveaway. And if you didn't win, by all means head across to the ALP Creative 3D printed store, which is on Etsy. The website is too long to mention. You'll forget it anyway. But the links are on the Aussie Games Express Facebook page. Click on them, go to the store, have a look at I think they're very reasonably priced. The gear on there, and you can just buy them if you missed out on winning something. So check them out. It's run by a really cool guy. I've met him in person. Real cool guy, William, and he obviously provided those giveaways as well. So thanks to him as well, and good luck to him and everything in the store. And hopefully we can do some some more promotions later on. So that's cool. All right, well that's it. Let's move on to our video game news.
Yeah, boy.
Alright, first up in video game news, I have Metal Gear Solid Remake has been cancelled. Now, Red, do you remember a few episodes ago that we talked about this?
Yeah, because I'm not the only one doing any translating lately. Can you tell me what Konami is in English?
Yeah, Konami, in roughly translated in English, is Japanese for...
I lost me shit when you sent that to me.
Alright, so back in January this year, I covered a news of the remake, how it was funded by fans, and it was in the works. They had in the works a Metal Gear Solid remake called Shadow Moses. And we'll have a listen to what I said back, I think it was episode 110. So have a listen to this. Fan-based project like this has been attempted before, and it was shut the fuck down by Konami before it ever grew any legs. So you might hear about this project around the internet and how people are excited, and you might participate in some petitions, blah blah blah. Don't get too excited, because we all know that Konami are arseholes. They want what's best for Konami and nobody else. They own Metal Gear Solid, not Hideo Kojima, and will very likely take legal action to get this shut down again. So don't get too excited thinking this is going to happen. It's a very pretty YouTube video at the moment with a bit of a teaser. I would say that's about as far as it's ever going to get. Strike that down as LewkOne predicted that shit. There you go. So that was posted on the Facebook, or sorry, this was posted on the Facebook page for the game. We have to cancel Shadow Moses project for reasons beyond our control. We would like to thank everyone for the tremendous support we have received, and they also stated that they didn't state why, but they just said that it was for reasons beyond our control.
Because they don't have enough money to go up against them.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's also translated from Japanese to Konami. That's what that means. So yes, it has been cancelled like I predicted, and I'm massively disappointed. But you know what would make this, well, as much as it'd be a kick in the guts to these guys who were trying to remake it, but I'd still probably please the fans a little bit. If you're going to cancel something like that, if you're going to pull the rug out from under an indie dev from doing something like that, at least fucking do it yourself and maybe credit them.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that, because obviously people want it, because the internet was excited for it and it managed to get around to all the news outlets. So Konami, make the fucking game and maybe give them guys a shout out, put them in the credits for the idea and for getting the juices flowing among the community or something. But just canning it and not doing anything with the idea, I think is a bit silly. But anyway, that happened. I'm a little bit proud of myself too about predicting it. Thank you very much.
Heard it here first.
That's right. Alright, moving on to the next bit of news. No Man's Sky gets a release date. I tried to make that rhyme. Like, you know what I would have hoped is if it was getting released in July, because I was going to say No Man's Sky is coming out in July, but it's not. It's coming out in June, so that fucked everything up. But anyway, Sony has officially announced that the release date will be the 22nd of June, not July, 2016. Do you think it will be delayed?
Maybe till July.
Oh, that'd be alright.
You hope so. No Man's Sky, delayed till July.
Yeah! Come on, let's root for that. Let's put a petition. Delay.
If I was to answer your question that you just posed, no, I don't reckon it'll be
No, I
delayed.
don't.
It's been in the works for a long time.
I think that would be a very big embarrassment for Sony and No Man's Sky, whoever the developers are, sorry. Because they've held off on a release date for so long to then release one that's wrong. That would be silly.
Yeah, because there was lots of speculation last year that it was going to drop all of a sudden and everything like this. They've never given an indication as to a quarter. Like, they didn't say second quarter, first quarter, 2016. They didn't say anything. So
yeah,
I would near say it's going to be bang on.
Yeah, for all we knew, it was coming out in the year 3000 because they actually had to build all the fucking planets. But I got another question for you, Red. What do you think it'll actually be about?
And as in an overarching plot line. I reckon it'll be choice. There'll be choices. Not everyone's probably going to have the same experience, whether it be some form of domination or clan. I reckon it's going to turn more into a MOMO.
Yeah.
That's going to be the longevity of it, but it's probably just leaving a legacy of some variety, exploring. But as in a plot line, no idea, mate. No idea.
I'll probably embarrass myself here, but I'm going to have a go at another prediction. Thanks. If I have to bring back this, I won't have to add the sound effect. I think it's going to be a Minecraft.
So a nothing.
Well, yeah, an episode of Seinfeld, if you will, but about nothing in particular. I mean, essentially it's going to be about exploration and things like that. But the little bit of information that I've got from Sony is that the game apparently revolves around an irresistible mystery that lies at the center of the galaxy. Now, I'm going to predict that there's not really going to be any particular story per se. There might be little things that you encounter along the way, things that you might be able to read or read into that will suggest different ways on how to find this mystery. And I think the mystery is going to be something like, what's it called? The Enderland or Enderworld or whatever? No, what's it called? In Minecraft, you can go into that little alternate universe.
Oh yeah, that was Ender, because it was the Ender Dragon, wasn't it?
Yeah, to fight the Ender Dragon. Yeah, I can't remember what it's called, but anyway.
Someone will know it out there. Be yelling at their fucking MP3 player at the moment.
Yes. But I think it's going to be something like that. Whatever it is, that it'll be a struggle to uncover. It'll probably be some arsehole in the internet that'll work it out in like 8 hours. But I think that's what it'll be. There'll be some sort of mystery, you'll work it out, and then it'll just be a weird exploration thing. I might be wrong. There might be a full-blown campaign, as far as I know. I don't know.
Yeah, you come across the Apple of Eden.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there might be Desmond. Desmond Miles isn't dead. He's just lost in this mysterious thing in the center of the galaxy. And then Ubisoft sues.
No, because they believe they're the center of the galaxy anyway. They'll settle.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's right. Ubisoft just had the... Fair call. Lovely. All right, quickly, next, Sniper Elite 4 has been announced. You have to be excited for that, Red, yeah?
With a mate like you, how could I not be?
Yes, now, I don't have a lot of information on it, but let me just explain to you that it is launching at some stage in 2016 on the PS4, Xbox One and PC. Developed again by Rebellion, so that's cool. It'll be the same guys doing it, so it'll be great. And it features a dedicated campaign, co-op, and adversarial multiplayer modes. So it's looking quite good from what I've seen of it, from the teaser trailer and a little bit of information that Rebellion sent us. It looks like it's going to be great, because this is the first that is designed specifically for next generation and PC. It's not taking into consideration the PS3 or the Xbox 360. So it's going to be big. Expect massive maps. Expect very long shots, and expect very beautiful scenery that's going to take advantage of the new consoles. So that's pretty cool. I'm excited for that.
Italy 1943, so still World War II.
Yes, that's very correct, and those details and a little bit more will be on aussiegamersexpress.com. So go and check out our website for more information and the teaser trailer for Sniper Elite 4. Alright, I've got one last little bit of news that is not little by any measure, but Fable Legends has been cancelled and Lionhead Studios is closed. So Hanno Lemke, if that's how you pronounce it, the general manager from Microsoft Studios Europe, has announced that Fable Legends along with Lionheart Studios in the UK will be cancelled and closed. Press Play Studios in Denmark is also getting the chop. If you're unaware, Press Play are the people or are the mob responsible for games like Max, The Curse of the Brotherhood and Kalimba. So that's a big announcement there from Microsoft, and may shake up a lot of the industry there. But interestingly, in fact, when I saw this news article, I actually saw it this morning. This is another one that's hot off the press for today when we're recording. It was only 2 days ago that I received an email for Fable Legends that was titled, "A New Reason to Play Every Day." But that also leads me to believe that this is a very sudden movement, and that not even the advertising team or the team that sends out these emails had any idea about it. Because I'm seeing, like, today is Tuesday. I got this email on Saturday. A new reason to play every day. So they were pushing this up until only a matter of days ago, and now all of a sudden, it's closed. It's dead. They're finished. They're not doing it. This is supposed to be this massive free-to-play, cross-platform. People on PC were going to play it with people on Xbox One. It was, announced massively, I think at E3 it was, during the Microsoft conferences and things like that, and now they've just killed it. They've just dented it. It's not working. I don't know.
They're trying to erase any amalgamation with Peter Molyneux.
Yeah, that's it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. But yeah, that's big news. I mean, I can't say it breaks my heart at all because I've never been a big Fable fan. But
it's going to smash a lot of people, though.
Yeah,
and it really dents the prospects of the cross-platform that you just touched on.
Yeah, because that was the big game that was going to bring that. But anyway, that's how it works. It's dead. All right, Red, let's bring news home with yours, please.
All right, so it's not really news to us anymore that the Dead Island's being getting a definitive collection for current gen and PC. So
super duper happy about that.
We'll lead with that. It's going to be US 40, so we're looking probably 60 here or $30 each. And it'll come with 3 games. That's the news. So firstly, it'll be Dead Island and Dead Island Riptide. Available May 31, Xbox One, PlayStation, Windows PC. But there's a little bit of an inclusion, and this brings me around to my news. Streets of Rage?
I do know Streets of Rage.
Well, they're doing a Streets of Rage inspired Dead Island series. Awesome. Like 2D, what do you call it, side-scrolling endless runner.
Yeah, that's cool.
So it's going to look and feel a lot like the Streets of Rage sort of games, but keeping in with the zombie feel, it's endless. So you just keep going along and getting a max score sort of thing. So
yeah, nice. I'm really looking. I would love to play these games again because I enjoyed them. I played them on PC because I got back at when they were released. I was getting really tired of the old consoles because they didn't look very good, and I had a PC that I could play them in, actual 1080p, not upscaled from 720.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed them, but it was PC's very lonely for me because, and obvious reasons, PCs are expensive, so I don't have very many friends or people that I would consider friends and enjoy playing games online that have powerful PCs. So it's a very lonely area, and the friends that I do have on PC will still mainly play on console because of their friends and our mutual friends are all on consoles. So to think that I can play this game again but with my mates, because I played it on my own and with some randoms back on PC, right?
Yeah.
It's great. I'm happy to have this one again as well as another remastered game for the consoles. I'm very welcoming for it.
I've never actually we played Riptide together for a couple of hours.
Yeah. That's
about the extent of my Dead Island experience, so it's going to be relatively new for me. One last little bit, I don't know if you'd picked up on this if you've read the news, but the 2 titles are being fully remastered and greatly improved. Do you know how?
Oh.
No? They're being shifted to Techland's next-gen engine.
Oh, no, I didn't know that bit.
So next-gen's back on the whole...
Oh, you know what that means.
Yeah, I know, right? They're all back on the Dead Island, in a sense.
Dead Island 2. Yes!
No confirmation. No confirmation from us.
That speculation is a running rife, but I don't care.
But this is going to run on these consoles in Techland's engine, so...
Yeah, that's tops. Right, beautiful. So, what I'm really hoping is that it comes with the DLC for Dead Island 1. The DLC for Dead Island 1 is awesome, and it'd be great. I want to play that DLC with you, co-op. It's fantastic.
Oh, absolutely. Well, it's called Definitive, so it should be.
Yeah, it should be. So, because a quick explanation for it. Dead Island, big open world game, right?
Yep.
The DLC made it kind of like a linear game. It was like
Okay.
a linear extra bit, and it puts you in the shoes of... In Dead Island, there's a guy that you talk to over the radio, and he sort of instructs you on what to do, on how to get off the island and get to him. The DLC, you play as him and his story.
Oh, okay.
While you're on the other... Because I don't know if that's a spoiler, I can't remember it, but while you're on the other island doing the Dead Island thing, he's over in somewhere else doing his thing. You play as him.
Oh, I see go.
And there's a pretty cool story to it too, like better than the Dead Island story, if you ask me.
The screenshots look pretty nice, man.
Well, it always looked good, I think. I think the biggest downfall back in the day was it ran pretty poor on consoles with frame rate issues, and the voice acting was massively
The
stupid.
thick Australian accents.
Well, they're not even really Australian. I think they're meant to be, kind of, but they're not.
Oh, it's a voice actor that's only watched Crocodile Dundee too.
Yeah, it sounds a lot more Kiwi. But I think the game, from memory, this has gone back a couple of years, the information I'm trying to drag back here, but I think from memory, the island that you play on is, I think, off the coast of Australia.
Oh, okay.
I think. Look, that might be wrong, I don't know. If it's not right, then I don't fucking care. I told you that I wasn't sure. I said I wasn't sure. I told you that it wasn't fact, so you could... Sorry.
Fucking judgmental people.
Yeah.
Now, you remember last night I was saying, oh, I've got news for the podcast, but I'm not telling you.
Yeah.
Right, I gave you half a heading for the news title, right? Blizzard is recruiting.
Yeah.
Do you know what it's about yet?
No.
No.
Diablo 4.
Yes!
Oh! Yes! Diablo 4?
Maybe. But listen.
Cock.
Listen. Blizzard has got the ball rolling, most likely on its next Diablo title. Via its public jobs board, the developer is looking for a senior concept artist, a senior character artist, and a lighting artist. And all three job positions mention the word Diablo. So it could be Diablo 4, it could be In the Realm, if you know what I mean, which will basically be Diablo Titan.
It could be Diablo Titan, yes.
So it's indicating that it could be a Diablo title or a spin-off. And if you're going to spin off something, you're going to take every successful aspect of it, aren't you? So you're going to have the wicked RPG, you're going to have the wicked control scheme, you're going to have the wicked graphics, and you're going to have the wicked fucking story to go. So it's Blizzard, let's be honest. So very small amount of information at the moment, but obviously they're working on their multiplayer FPS Overwatch and the 6th expansion of WoW being Legion, so they're very much on the cusp of being released. So it looks like all efforts are going to be directed into... I'm going with Diablo 4.
Yeah, that makes me happy.
Get on the hype train.
Yeah.
Now, are you glad that I didn't tell you last night?
No, you're an asshole still.
Yes. Okay, so to the final piece of news. For those that are silly and haven't picked it up yet, by Sunday, Monday or Tuesday, whenever you're listening to this, the Division has a 2.79 gig day one update. There's a big list of whatnot there. I'll have to get them up later in the day. I was just looking at my PlayStation and checking the update history. But here's the Division's first year content, and this will be inclusive. So for everything included here, you'll need the season pass, obviously.
Yeah.
So it'll have 2 free updates. In those updates will be 2 raids.
Wait, so you don't need the season pass for the free updates, though?
No.
Right.
But then you got your 3 paid expansions.
Yep.
New challenges will be added to the game's main storyline and endgame via daily and weeklies. Yes! As well as Dark Zone events. That makes me very happy. The first free update in April introduced the first raid called Incursion, the title of the raid is not Incursion. Destiny. Division is calling its raids Incursions.
Gotcha.
So it's an in-game activity developed specifically for squad play.
Yep.
And you got more than 3 man bloody fighting.
Yes.
The update will also add loot trading.
Oh, yeah, good.
So just a quick description on how that's going to work. You and I and whoever, we do a mission together, or we do a raid, or we go into the dark zone. As long as we're squatted up at the time that the loot drops,
Yep.
and if we don't split up in that whole time that we're together, whatever's picked up at that time can be swapped amongst our squad only.
Right.
So you can't say to me, oh fuck, I really need a shotgun. It's like, oh dude, I picked one up yesterday, here you go.
Mm-hmm.
We have to do it in the same instance, if you know what I mean, without disconnecting from the squad.
I'm happy with that. That's okay.
Oh, that's fucking fair enough, eh?
Yeah.
Which is cool, because there's still incentive for individual loot.
Yeah.
Because you put something down, people are going to argue over it, and then you'll have people going rogue left, right, and centre on their mates and everything. It'd create a clusterfuck. It just wouldn't be a very nice environment at all to be friends. So I think that's really, really, really cool.
Yeah, no, that is good. Awesome.
So in May, a second free update will add new features to the Dark Zone, so the PvP area is obviously, as well as a raid in the New York's iconic Columbus Circle. So another incursion. So the three paid expansion will be available via the game's season pass, as well as its gold and collector's editions, which is bullshit because we've all bought ours today, and the PSN store has not updated. And basically, other than your paid expansions and everything, the only good thing to get out of the season pass is probably a cool camo and a fucking gun that you can use for the first couple of hours of gameplay, a shotgun. And we don't have the opportunity to fucking get it because PlayStation hasn't updated.
Yeah.
This is meant to be a big fucking release. Like, I've got a real B here. I'm slightly diverting away from the news. That is the news. I've got nothing else to add really to that at the moment. EB, no midnight launch. Okay, I can swallow that because I wouldn't have gone anyway. But fucking PSN store, mate, not upgrading. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't buy many season passes. I know you don't. I know the boys don't that we play with. We're all anticipating this. I'm definitely getting it. I have money put away. As I said, I've been saving for a little while now just to make sure of it because this is something I really want. And I can't fucking spend my money.
Yeah, but it's just us, man. It's just Australia because it's available on the US store.
That's fucked.
The standalone deals, the season pass, so on its own, not with the game, is already, well, it has been. It's been there for weeks.
Yeah.
So it's good. Yeah.
Oh no.
What?
I'm about to eat my words.
Why is it there now?
Yes.
Well, that's now though.
Being midday on the 8th. Yes.
Yeah.
Hang on a second.
It was updated late. The game's been available on the store since midnight last night. Well, which is 12 hours ago.
So I've got an official price on the season pass.
How much is it?
$59.95.
Oh, that's
what I paid for the game.
Yeah, that's right. Fucking hell. Oh dear. $60.
Fuck.
Yeah, I'm not buying it.
You're not?
No.
Oh,
Too expensive. It's just literally now.
Yeah, right now.
Fair enough.
Don't purchase. Nah, it's my big game for the year. You know I have these obsessive compulsive notions and shit like that. But yeah, but I thought it was bullshit that it took 12 hours into a new release for the PlayStation Store to update. Yeah, whether it be, even if it was an indie title, stuff like that is still not good enough. But for a major AAA release with high hype and expectation, you'd think they'd be on the fucking ball.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's all good now. Is that it for news?
That's it for news, my friend, yes.
Oh, just quickly, onto the Division. Just a note, they really announced it. but that iPad feature, where is it?
Ah, yeah. You said was it in the podcast? No, it wasn't in the podcast. It was just talking amongst ourselves. I think you said something about the other day.
Yeah, apparently it's gone and it may come in a patch in the future. May.
Well, I'd prefer it not to come out broken.
Oh, well, that would be shit, yeah, but I would like it to, if they're going to tell me the feature's there, to have the fucking feature.
Exactly.
What am I supposed to do at work now?
Yeah, you can sit at... Oh, man. You could sit at work and fly my quadrotor thing around and fucking play with me.
That's why I was looking forward to that, but it's not there yet. It'll maybe come in the future.
On someone else's Wi-Fi bill.
Yeah, that's right. Alright, that's it for news. Let's move on to What's That Sound?
Sounds good.
Gentlemen, start your engine.
Alright, so last week, Red, you didn't get it, but that's because it was from an Xbox game.
Oh, there you go. You know how to fuck me, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I always try to trick people. This week's sound's going to be a tricky one, but before we move on, let's... I'll play last week's sound for you.
Great! Nice one.
That one was Baird from Gears of War. Saying, great, nice one. So there you go. Roy Boy. Andrew Roy was the winner of that one, I believe. That bloke listens on Sunday, the second that it is out, and sends through the answer and goes, I win, I want the prize.
Good on him. You got to be in it to win it, though.
Yeah, so I'm just going to hold off for a few weeks so I can just bundle it all together and give it to him in one go instead of just posting the shit fucking every week to him. But anyway, without further ado, let's have a listen to this week's What's That Sound, and I reckon this one might get you as well, Red. Sorry.
That's all right.
Have a listen.
Gonna need that one more time.
Okay.
Nah. Nah, I can deduce a few things from it, but
Have some guesses. You'll probably get it.
it's old. It sounds like something coming into land, like a ship coming into the land, or something beaming in, kind of like the Metroid sound, beaming in or beaming out. But Space Invaders.
No. It's not that old, is it? The sound? Have a listen.
No, but it's dirty like that.
Dirty like what?
Like those older games.
Oh.
Semi-MIDI.
Well, you're going to say your mum's bum.
Ah, got him.
No, it's not that. It's not even close. Sorry, Red. But
Excellent.
if anybody listening at home or in your car, wherever the hell you are, I don't know, because I'm not stalking you. If you think you have the right answer, then head across to our Facebook page and send us a private message with the answer. First person to get it correct will get an awesome prize. Anybody else that wants to have a go, I might send you a free game. That's it for What's That Sound? Cool, awesome. Pub time?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. I'll drive, you shout.
Okay. New member. And of the female gender, and I'll be very respectful. It's not often we get comments on our podcast posts where someone is having a comment or having their say about something that's been said and been conversed between you and I. The next best thing to being able to talk to you about it is being able to communicate with other people about it after they've listened to it and had their opinion. So to Natalie Alessi, I hope I said it right, thank you very much for your input. It was on the zombies. We were talking last week about just how fucking hard Black Ops zombies are and everything like that. So that's a special mention. I did very much appreciate that. Another special mention, Kevin Wyborn, as we said earlier, won the Pip Boy.
Yep.
He
awesome.
come through with a very nice message to the page and everything like that, and thanked us. You know, we do what we do with more intentions than dollars. So we do appreciate the comments feeding back through that people appreciate what we do for them. So cheers, man. Shout out to you. A couple of bigger Aussie gamer names that haven't been said for a while, but have popped their little heads up out of the sand and come to say good day. Brendan Brown, welcome back to the shout, buddy. And probably our number one fan, if I had to label one, who would it be? Come on, your reputation's on the line. He's American.
Oh, of course. Rusky, Big Muskie.
Yeah, it's a shout out from the both of us, mate. It's good to see comments flowing back onto the page. You must have been busy doing something, I don't know, or you just lost the love and it's been rekindled somewhere. But g'day, mate. How are you?
Yeah.
And the last one, oh, jeez, I'm blowing a lot of hot air lately, so may as well stay with the theme. How fucking cool is that? People of the internet, da-da! People of Reddit, da-da! Stop your fucking whinging, da-da! If you have not seen the fucking, I think it's about a minute long, or not even quite a minute long, Far Cry Primal video that Luke put together of how the two maps coincide with each other.
Yeah,
if I can get to the page, check it out. It's scroll down a little bit. It'll be on the video section on the left-hand side if you're on your PC.
Yeah, I've had a bit of fun with the subtitles.
Oh, what's more brilliant is just how long it took you to put it together. You said, "Oh, I'm just doing something at the moment. I'll be online in a minute," and all of a sudden, people of the internet, they're the fucking same. If you don't like it, go play COD. So that's the shout out. Yeah, that fucking deserved noting because shit's starting to get just a little bit different with some of our videos and our productions, or I should say yours, but I'm going to say ours because we are all Aussie gamers, so I'm taking some fucking credit there. But there's just a little bit of unique personality sneaking in there, and just good execution. I'll say it's the execution of your videos and just the little bits of fucking humour that you're injecting into it. I dig it. So shout out to you, brother.
Cool, man. Thank you very much. Yeah, hopefully people enjoy it. It's the idea. The big idea. Alright, cool, man. Any more last words?
I do, but it might be a bit long. Have I got 3 minutes?
You can take 3 minutes, absolutely.
Alright, I come across an article yesterday. All I want from you is a thumbs up or a thumbs down or undecided. Here is I read an article, the 10 biggest rumours for E3 2016. Here we go. Number 1, Zelda Wii U will launch with the NX. Thumbs up, thumbs down, undecided.
Oh, so Zelda... Hang on, sorry, say that again.
Zelda Wii U will launch with the NX. Or the next Nintendo.
So Zelda Wii U's not going to be on the Wii U?
It probably will be, but it'll be like cross.
Oh. Thumbs down.
Elder Scrolls 6 will be announced.
Thumbs up. I'm keen to actually play an Elder Scrolls game. I never played Skyrim.
Red Dead 2 will officially be renamed Red Dead 3 and get an announced date. Announced window.
Renamed Red Dead 3?
Yeah, for some reason. This is all speculation from...
Well, Red Dead 3 would make sense because it would be the third game in the series.
That's correct, yes.
Because there's Red Dead Revolver, Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
Essentially, they should call it Red Dead...
So Red Dead Redemption 2 will be renamed Red Dead 3.
Oh, it's just Red Dead 3?
Yeah.
Sounds shit. I would have liked them to use another R word. I like alliteration. Red Dead Revolution?
What, Rectum? Red Dead Rectum. Nah, that's already a movie in production out of someone's basement, that shit.
Yeah, but thumbs up, man. Thumbs up.
Beyond Good and Evil 2 as an NX exclusive.
NX exclusive.
There we go. We might actually get Mass Effect gameplay footage.
Thumbs up.
Xbox One to get a new model.
Oh, I know a little bit about that. That's thumbs down for me.
Yep. Battlefield 5 set during World War One.
Thumbs up.
Call of Duty Ghost 2.
Thumbs up.
Crash Bandicoot coming back.
What was the thumb sideways, maybe?
It just doesn't bother you.
Nah, not really.
Rocksteady's new game is Superman.
Ooh! 2 thumbs up. Make a good Superman game, please.
Yeah. There you go. That's my closing notes. That was just a quick reaction from you on some rumours that I've come across.
Yeah, awesome rumours, man. Yeah, some of them are good. Nice. All right, well then, I think that's the show. That's episode 117. And we're done for another week. See you guys all next week. I have been, and always will be, LewkOne.
And I've been and always will be Red.
Oh, unless you're feeling down, then you might be blue.
Oh, well, I used to get called that at school.
Yeah, it's another common nickname for redheads. Blue.
Yeah.
This week's show has sadly come to an end. Be sure to search for Aussie Gamers Express on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, iTunes, and just about every other social network known to man. If you have any snail mail you want to send us, shoot it over to P.O. Box 130, Cranebrook 2749. Catch you all next time on the Aussie Gamers Express Video Game Podcast.